2 words are secretly shaping your entire life. Every success, every failure, every emotion. You've been saying them every single day without realizing their power. These 2 words decide your destiny. And today, you'll learn how to reprogram them, to reprogram reality itself. Those 2 words are, I am. Most people unknowingly speak their lives into being. Every morning they rise and proclaim, I'm exhausted, I'm broke, I'm unlucky in love. They think they're describing reality, but they're programming it. Words aren't empty air, they're vibrational commands shaping identity. And of all phrases, none hold more creative voltage than I am. Why? Because whatever follows I am becomes a declaration of self. And in the language of the universe, self equals reality. The field doesn't respond to desire, it mirrors being. That's why ancient mystics and quantum thinkers alike point to I am as the code of creation. In scripture, when Moses asked the divine for its name, the answer was, I am that I am. Not poetry, revelation. It revealed that existence itself is self-defined. Quantum physics agrees. Observation collapses possibility into form. Each thought you repeat, each label you accept, alters the subatomic blueprint of your world. But here's the trap: people use I am against themselves. They attach it to temporary moods and make them identities. I'm tired becomes I'm a tired person. I'm bad with money becomes I never have enough. Without realizing it, they tune their inner radio to static and call it fate. Not because the universe punishes, but because it obeys. The field is a mirror, infinitely precise. It reflects whatever signal you send, neutral and exact. When you speak I am, you hold the pen scripting your world. That pen is neutral too. You can write fear or freedom, struggle or serenity. The universe doesn't edit your lines. It produces your script exactly as delivered. Tragically, most people were trained to write small stories. They were told humility means shrinking, realism means expecting less, truth means reporting what already is. But in quantum creation, that's reversed. You don't speak only what you see, you speak to see. You don't affirm circumstances, you affirm essence. This is where the God state begins. Not ego or superiority, but pure alignment. It's when your inner identity resonates so completely with your chosen reality that no gap remains between thought and manifestation. Neuroscience calls it self-directed neuroplasticity. Your brain rewires itself to match the self you consistently embody. In quantum terms, it's resonance, your frequency harmonizing with the reality that matches it. You're not begging blessings. You're embodying them until the universe recognizes no difference between you and the outcome. Picture 2 tuning forks. Strike one tune to the other begins to vibrate automatically. No effort, no persuasion, just resonance. That's the God state. When you vibrate as the version of yourself who already holds peace, love, health, wealth, those realities start vibrating back. You don't chase them, they synchronize with your signal. The shift starts when you stop using I am to describe your past and start using it to define your chosen future, as though it's already real. I'm healing becomes I am healed. I'm working toward abundance becomes I am abundant now. Your mind may protest, call it delusion. But in quantum creation, you're not lying, you're leading. You're leading your field, your body, your mind into coherence with higher frequency. Once coherence is established, reality follows. Most think transformation begins with new actions, new routines, habits, or strategies. But if the identity behind those actions doesn't shift, nothing truly changes. I am is the motherboard. Actions are just software. Without updating the motherboard, every new program runs the same old code. Saying I am with intention rewires that code. Neuroscientist Joe Dispenza calls it identity-based change, thinking and feeling from the future self, until the brain maps it as now. Bruce Lipton's epigenetic research confirms, your beliefs, your I ams, influence cellular expression. Quantum theorist David Bohm called this the implicate order, the unseen blueprint that shapes visible life. But the subconscious resists. After years of repeating, "I am unlucky, I am not enough," those programs dominate quietly, sending signals that say, "This is who I am, send me proof," and the universe complies. So the first step into the God state isn't new affirmations, it's catching the old ones. Imagine someone who said, "I'm bad with money" for years. Even if they affirm, "I'm wealthy" daily, the deeper signal still rules. The quantum field reads frequency, not optimism. The task is twofold: weaken the old identity, strengthen the new until it becomes default. The simplest way: conscious interruption. When you hear yourself say, "I'm tired" or "I'm broke," pause. Don't fake positivity. Shift gently. "I'm restoring my energy. I'm learning to manage money easily." This small pivot softens resistance while redirecting your vibration. Over time, it evolves. "I am vibrant. I am wealthy. I am magnetic to abundance." Every new "I am" collapses a different quantum potential. Just like in the double-slit experiment, your observation changes outcome. When you perceive yourself as the one who already is, the particles of your life rearrange accordingly. When you live in the God state, you stop waiting for proof before believing. You realize proof arrives after faith, not before. You stop asking life for permission to say, "I am powerful" or "I am loved." You grant it. Once you live from this truth, the field locks onto your broadcast. Results reflect identity, identity deepens faith, faith strengthens signal, a self-reinforcing loop of alignment. When you step into the God state, something profound happens, both spiritually and scientifically. Your baseline vibration changes. Everything in the universe, from atoms to galaxies, moves by frequency. Tesla said it best: "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Your "I am" statements are not just affirmations, they're frequency codes. Every declaration tunes your consciousness, the inner transmitter, to a specific signal within the infinite spectrum of potential realities. The quantum field is like a limitless radio dial, and "I am" is the tuner. This isn't just poetic mysticism. Research from the HeartMath Institute shows the electromagnetic field of the heart is thousands of times more potent than the brain. When your thoughts and feelings align, your heart and mind synchronize, producing a coherent signal that broadcasts a clear command to the field. In this state, you stop sending mixed messages. You become one frequency, one truth. Ancient teachings have always whispered this same secret. God's declaration, "I am that I am," was never just theology, it was instruction. Creation begins with recognition of divine identity. In Vedantic philosophy, Aham Brahmasmi means "I am the absolute." Different language, same revelation. Reality flows from self-definition. Most people, however, manifest from a conditional state. They say, "I am happy," while feeling empty inside, or "I am abundant," while vibrating in fear. This creates incoherence, a split frequency where the signal cancels itself out. The field can't mirror instability. To correct that, you must train your nervous system to feel safe embodying your new identity before the outer evidence arrives. As Dr. Bruce Lipton explains, 95% of your behavior comes from subconscious patterns shaped by emotional memory. If your body associates wealth, love, or success with danger or loss, it will quietly resist it, no matter what your conscious mind declares. That's why embodiment practices are essential. Breathwork, meditation, movement, they bridge the mind and body. They make your desired frequency feel safe, familiar, true. For instance, if your chosen "I am" is "I am abundant," but your body tenses with fear around money, pair your affirmation with calm, rhythmic breathing. Visualize abundance while your heart rate steadies. Over time, your nervous system rewires to accept abundance as your natural state. Then the words stop being repetition. They become reality codes. Once thought, emotion, and physiology align, you enter resonance with the version of yourself that already exists in the field. The moment those elements sync, your energy collapses into the timeline where that identity is real. The double-slit experiment revealed that observation determines outcome. What it didn't say, but what quantum mystics understand, is that self-observation does the same. How you witness yourself decides what reality takes shape. See yourself as lacking and lack solidifies. See yourself as complete and the field organizes around that image. The God state works not by tricking the universe, but by aligning with the version of you that the universe already recognizes as whole. When all internal static disappears, only one tone remains, the pure frequency of your chosen self. And once you reach that tone, you stop waiting for results. You start co-creating them. Because the God state isn't a place you visit during meditation, it's a vibration you live in. Now that you understand the frequency of I am, it's time to live from it, not as a momentary affirmation but as a constant transmission. This is where the concept leaves theory and becomes transformation. To live from your God state, bring conscious identity into every small interaction of your day. When you walk into a room thinking, I am invisible, your posture, tone, and presence shrink, and the world mirrors that energy. But if you enter with I am magnetic, your field expands before you speak, and reality bends accordingly. Embodiment is not optional, it's the activation key. Here's a simple 3-step loop to stay anchored. Step 1. Pause before reacting. Give awareness space to choose which I am to transmit. Step 2. Feel it fully. Don't just think I am abundant. Breathe it. Let your shoulders drop, your heartbeat slow. Let your nervous system feel safe in that frequency. Step 3. Act from that identity. Send the message, make the call, walk into the meeting as if your I am were already law. Do this consistently, and the outer world reshapes to your inner broadcast. This isn't superstition, it's resonance physics. When two frequencies harmonize, they amplify each other. The field mirrors you with precision. The law is simple, energy seeks its equal. Take one deep breath. Hand on your heart, and declare it not as a wish but as a truth. I am that I am. From this moment forward, speak it, live it, breathe it, until your reality has no choice but to match your frequency. If this message resonated with you, don't just leave inspired, subscribe and step deeper into your power. Because this isn't just another video, it's your activation. Remember, your words aren't describing your life. They're creating it.